Good morning slash good night whenever it is for you. My name is Mr. Marvel. Welcome back to my channel. Um, and well, this is sort of an exciting video to do because it's been over 2 months in the making. I've been trying to do this, and as you can see, been waiting to get the OLED switch. Spoilers, all right, or spoilers, and it's coming in a future video. Something more refreshing to do, playing Mario Kart instead of MFF, Mario Future Fight. So glad to do this change, and also another movie review, which I haven't really done a lot, to be honest. But I've been really wanting to. I just really want to take my time with this one, and this one is about Shang-Chi, my favorite movie, just as people say, period. Like there isn't anything, like my favorite movie of MCU or my favorite movie of 2021. No, it's my favorite movie in general. Okay, um, this is a movie that when you go in, you might not really have a clue about this. This is only the diehard fans, I'd have to say, from back in the 70s or 60s, like the people who existed uh, still in those times. Um, they know about this. Those diehard fans. It wasn't really a popular comic. I'll say it was well known, sure, but it wasn't popular like Spider-Man or like X-Men or even like Iron Man or Captain America. It didn't have a really really long run like popular comics have, like past 600. So don't don't feel like you need to do your research. I definitely wanted to do my research because of course it's MCU, and this is an Asian superhero. And if anyone knows me at all, it's that I love Asian culture, and this was the perfect movie. As I just said, I love Asian culture. Um, I love anything to do inspired by Asian culture, and this movie just does it so well. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel um like it's been changed, or as some people would say, whitewashed. It doesn't feel like that at all. Um, of course, there is. It's PG-13. Yes, for the ones that want to know, it's not PG. But the thing is, I see it as a strong PG. I don't really consider it as PG-13 because there aren't really scenes that are really strong to be PG-13. Of course, the MPA, they say it's PG-13, PG-13. Yeah, but I wouldn't be bothered, for example, for example, I don't really have a son. But if I had a son and daughter, I would let them even watch it alone. There's nothing really wrong, so you don't have to worry if you're watching this as a parent. You don't have to worry if your kids are watching Shang-Chi of course, without your permission. That's crazy, but don't freak out thinking if they did that they just saw something bad. They didn't. It's really good. This isn't this isn't like Doctor Strange where you see like a silhouette of someone's head being cut off. Like no, don't worry, nothing like that happens. Um, sure, you can see a little bit of blood, like a nosebleed, but it's very suitable for kids. There is also, of course, the language. That's crazy, but it's not insane. Like it doesn't go past the norm, like Spider-Man Homecoming trilogy does. With the the flick offs, and just teen language basically. So don't worry, it's not too extra like the Spider-Man Homecoming trilogy does. But also, the action is just amazing. I love the action. I love how crazy fast it is. Like, seeing it, I still can't tell. Like, of course, it has to be choreographed and everything, but it's just so fast. Either they have an amazing camera or they really know how to stop quick when fighting. But I know it's just all acting. It's just a bit hard to believe. It's amazing. It just looks so real. I can't even like think 100% that it's acting. It's just amazing. And of course, that's all thanks to the choreographer. They're the ones that really know how to do this. Oh God. And I was trying to remember their name, but just amazing, amazing, amazing. They did an awesome job, whoever they were, and the whole cast as well. It's just amazing. It feels natural, as I already said. There is a very good script that doesn't feel like it has really plot holes. Of course, it didn't really answer where or how Wenwu got the rings, but if it's that type of unanswered question that feels like it's coming up. So there's something to look forward to after this. Um, not only about a sequel, but more about the 10 rings for sure. And speaking about the 10 rings, to segue into it, I love what they did with it, okay? At first, I was like, that's not the 10 rings. The real 10 rings are somewhere else, okay? And for you that don't know, if you haven't seen Iron Man Armored Adventures, which obviously if you don't know, the Mandarin is the big arc uh, antagonist of the whole show. And there are these rings, actual rings, that go on your finger, that have powers, each one of them. One is electricity, blah, blah, blah. It's different, all right? Just imagine a better version of Green Lantern, all right? And like a better version of Green Lantern and Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, and then you get the best one combined, which is the Mandarin. The 10 rings, yes, at first I was like, those are bracelets, all right? But technically, after thinking a lot, bracelets are just very, very wide, big rings, all right, for your forearms and stuff. So technically, yes, they are rings. Now, I love that they didn't really make it overpowered, and because then that would be spoiler if just skip the next 10 seconds. It was given to Shang-Chi at the end, alright? And now he can be fighting on the same power level of the Avengers, which is amazing. I can now see him fighting with the Avengers in the final battle against Kang. I'm pretty sure it's going to be now. But now that the spoiler is over, pretty sure. It's, how do you say, it felt sad, like, how do I say this? It felt sad just that it ended because I really wanted more. I wanted more and more and more. But of course, there has to be a sequel coming up. It still felt sad that there wasn't any confirmation of a second one. But I just know for sure that this movie was just the best. All right, 98% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I don't really go for Rotten Tomatoes, but if it's 98% audience score, then you bet this is the best movie that the MCU has ever brought. I'm so sure no other MCU movie has ever had a movie like this. I don't even think another Marvel movie or a superhero movie, basically. I've never seen 98% audience score. And that's from the raw review of people. So imagine like what I did, watching it 5 times, now going on to 6th time. It's only gonna get better. And I love that. Because sometimes the movies, like, oh, like you see it first time, you're like, oh, that's amazing. You see it the second time, you're like, okay, it was kind of better the first time. You see it probably 4 or 5 times, you're like, okay, I'm bored of this. Shang-Chi, no. It doesn't. It feels kind of just straight to the point. And it doesn't feel dragged out. And it's just amazing. It's an amazing way to spend 2 hours of your time. And it's pretty funny too. If you're looking for something funny, like they're like, oh, all MCU movies are funny. Yeah, but this is different. There are some jokes that feel like Awkwafina did, or it could have just been the writers taking into consideration of Awkwafina's personality and her type of humor. But there are different type of jokes, and I loved it. It really felt like I was there with them. Just hearing those jokes, and it felt just someone that was really real world. some characters honestly don't feel real world, okay? But it just felt amazing, and it just feels at home watching it. I don't know how, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like one of those type of movies that make you feel at home, even though it's in the cinematic universe. And I highly recommend it. It's the one that I recommend the most. Um, I I just got so convinced, like, this is amazing. I've got to read the comics. And I will. As soon as I'm not broke anymore, I will buy more comics, and I will, of course, talk about it in a future video, explaining more if you're interested. But it's just an amazing movie overall. I give it 1,000%, okay? And I've never really said that before, that like an A plus 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 of a movie. I've I've never really said that, and I've never really said that a movie is a masterpiece. This movie really checked off everything, and a movie doesn't usually get a check for everything. Um, like sometimes a movie failed in this, or the score was kind of bad here, or a scene just needed fixing here. But no, everything, the final cut is just amazing, and I just can't say thanks enough to the ones that worked behind this. Emilio Alfina, everyone who worked on this is just amazing, and they did such a spectacular job. And I highly recommend you go watch it. Please, it's on Disney Plus. It's Disney Plus Day. It's out. Go watch it. I don't know what you're still doing here. Just go watch it, okay? Um, I even got the jacket of Shang-Chi. Like, not the Disney Plus one. I'm not Disney Plus, my bad. Not the Disney one. Like, an actual, real copy of it. And it's amazing. I've never done this before. Uh, so it's just one of the greatest movies ever. The greatest, if not the greatest movie ever. Better yet said. So yes, that's my review. Best movie ever. Unless somehow Shang-Chi 2 beats it, or some other movie, okay? But I'm doubting it for now. So thank you so much for watching. New video coming out tomorrow, of course, and also in 2 days, I'm gonna be doing a new one. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Like if you haven't liked, sub if you haven't subbed. Of course, you can't dislike because, you know, YouTube kind of removed it, so it kind of sucks. So don't even try. Have a good one. Have a great day or a great night, whenever it is for you. And see you in the next video. Later.